Hold on, let me get a push to talk. Whoa, they changed up the settings for Discord.
Yep, they patched it.
It's all new.
It's all new and fancy.
It's pretty.
Pretty good? Like a pretty mouth. Gotta put my dick in it, twirl it, twist it,
That's a pretty mouse.
bite it, feed it, touch it, upgrade it. No, so what's going on, guys? Episode 79. There hasn't really been a whole lot to talk about when it comes to gaming, and I don't know. I mean, I don't really
Darksiders
know.
3 is the only thing I've seen.
Really? Darksiders 3? Yeah.
Yeah, basically, Darksiders 3's coming. I forget about that.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, oh, by the way, welcome back to the Xbox family, the best box. There, Rambo.
Rambo bought an Xbox?
Xbox One S, again.
I just said fuck Scorpio because there's no point in me spending that kind of money on playing like 3 games a year.
Right.
So I just figured, why not just pick that up and be done with it? And that way I can at least play Voodoo Vince Remastered, like while they still have a single player game on their console.
Yo, that actually looks pretty cool. I saw that and I was like, hey,
Platformers.
Yeah.
I love platformers. So
It actually
picked
looks
that
good
up.
though. That's the thing. Like I actually saw that and I was like,
yeah, because did you see Phantom Dust Remastered?
I'm a little angry that they canceled the Phantom Dust development for a remaster. Like, really?
Did you see what they're releasing? The Phantom Dust, like the Polygon got to play the game today.
Yeah.
And oh my god, that thing looks so fucking terrible. It
Really?
looks like you are playing a original Xbox game that did not age well.
I mean, well, you're talking to somebody
Just-
who likes to game on classic stuff, so that's not necessarily a bad thing for me. But is it a real remaster or it's not? I mean, you know as well as I do. You know as well
It's
as
a
I do.
resolution bump.
Is that all it is? Oh.
Yep.
Then it's not a true
And,
remaster.
and guess what? And guess what they did?
What?
They added in microtransactions.
What? How?
You have to have those in gaming today.
Microsoft Gaming today.
But this is fucking Phantom Dust. How the fuck are people gonna buy on that?
They said that they added them because of the what am I trying to say? To help build your bridge or something faster. It's optional, they said, but yeah, I mean, like, there's no reason why to add that to it besides greed. That's it.
I mean, if it was like cosmetic, I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Like if it would just make a character look cool or whatever, that would.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's not cosmetic. It's to help you in the game faster.
That's kind of stupid.
Help you progress through the game faster, I guess.
So it's a buy to play, pay to win situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a all around great thing.
Indeed. So, Shaner, guys, got less over than what, 24 hours? Shane?
Kinda, yeah. I guess.
Because it's tomorrow night. You're leaving, right? Tomorrow
I
at
guess
midnight.
if you were counting it down by hours, it's 26 hours.
Ah, that's good.
Yes.
He's leaving California at the stroke of midnight tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes, it is.
Welcome, Rex. How's it going? How is Warhammer and all that good fun stuff?
Things are great. Things are lovely.
Great.
Life's a box of assorted cashews.
I figured that's.
I just read this. The creative director of Prey says PC demos aren't needed because we have Steam refunds instead. So he can go fuck himself. And other recent news, Bethesda has filed for, because Bethesda's game Prey comes out like tomorrow, and they have filed to have the game Prey for the Gods have to change their name.
Why?
Because of the word pray.
They don't
So
fucking
again,
own it.
Bethesda, you can go and fuck yourself twice in one day.
Well, hey, DayZ is finally entering beta.
It is?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
What makes it beta?
And here, let me see if I can pull up the article. But they announced that they're going beta.
Oh boy.
So I guess like Rags, like how many hours would be considered for you to be entry into beta? How many hours you got in that game?
Well, here, my stance on that sort of idea is that for the most part, a lot of these alpha and beta and full release marks are, for the most part, mostly completely arbitrary. Normally, the only way it wouldn't be so, and it still would be just once removed, is if at the beginning of the project you say we're going beta when all of these criteria are met, and we're going alpha or pre-alpha or whatever when all these things are met. We're going full release when we have all this stuff ready and all of this stuff works. This is what we want to have in the full game. So once we get to that point, now the game is finished and we can still keep going from there. I don't know if it's ever been that way with DayZ. I don't know if from DayZ, at least DayZ's standpoint, I don't know if it set criteria at the beginning of development and then said, okay, well, once we get to these points, then it'll be beta or not. Because it's been alpha for like 4 years.
Yep, 4 years.
4 years, and I've sunk a lot of hours into it. But I mean, the amount of hours that I have put into DayZ, which are about 1,080 or something like that, it comes with a huge caveat, being that those hours that I have obtained were you have to play it with friends basically. And I only got those hours really during very specific builds of the game that were released, when the game was definitely broken and not anything like it was supposed to be, but it was fun. Things like Kalashnikovs can spawn in these types of vehicles, and they're everywhere. Yeah. So then you could actually treat it like it's sort of like this survival-esque high-stakes Arma. And when that happens, it was really fun to play with friends. Or when you could get barrels and store things in them, and you would go to coastal towns and you'd kind of occupy it with you and 3 other people, and you would build up stuff. So if someone died, you could go to the barrel and kind of re-gear a bit and then go back.
Okay.
So, but a lot of the DayZ development, I didn't play at all. There'd be an update. I would hop into the game. I'd play it for an hour, if that, and say, this isn't fun. I'll come back in a few months.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Of course, and that is all spread out over 4 years worth of time.
Yeah.
Most of the day. Now I need to.
I sent it to you in a DM, Rex.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. DayZ finally hits beta stage after 4 years of alpha development. Sure, I'll believe it when I see it.
Come on, you don't have any faith.
The comment is, "This title is total like clickbait."
That's funny.
Wait, where does it? Okay, so beta's good. So they're marking 0.63 as beta. It's at 0.61 right now, and it has been for God knows how fucking long.
Hey, yeah.
It's been at 0.61.
Yeah.
That game, I don't know, man. I have a very, very limited knowledge about video game development, but holy shit, 4 years in alpha for DayZ. What have they been doing?
Well, if it wasn't released to the public, then I can get that, but it's been released.
If it was a completely closed alpha, no one would bitch. But holy shit, what have you guys been doing? As someone who has played this, again, almost 1,100 hours over the course of that time, it's like the updates are small. They often take the game backwards. They are very few and far between. They can break the game. Each update is basically a new game of DayZ in terms of how things get moved around and the effects that can happen, and the things that spawn and where they spawn, which is really the huge thing about DayZ, is the items and where they can spawn. That's the #1 influencing factor, I think, for whether people play it or not, or how often they play it. And it's the #1 influencing factor, I think, for where people go in the game. Right. But I don't know. I mean, it's just because I haven't checked in with this game in so long. Let me go to the Steam page. That's probably the easiest way to find out. Let's go to DayZ, then I can go to news and I can see how often they don't update it. Store page. So they had a status update 2 days ago because they used to have status updates every week, and then they changed it to every 2 weeks. Go here, read more. I wonder what they're going to be talking about.
Right.
Let me see. Vehicle goals for beta. 0.62, 0.63 strike team updates. Unified door metrics. Old player character removed internally. Okay. Wow. So, as for work with beta strike team, I list them below. One line of text bullet point usually means it's in the hands of a single person working on the feature and handling the ownership. However, be aware that I need to simplify it to make blah, blah, blah. So we got programmers working AI script implementation, zombie behavior script, wind rework and debugs, inventory and item conditions, item spawn different. Oh shit! It's just more shit. It's like it's just more like it is every single goddamn week. More shit is all it is. It's like, here's this huge list of things we're working on, guys, and then 3 months you might see one of those things actually completed, or you might see the shadow of a ghost of a dream of one of these bullet points come to fruition.
And Half-Life 3 is considered more dead now than it ever has been, and that's due to all the Half-Life writers have left Valve.
Yeah.
There's not one left.
Oh boy, I can believe it. I can believe it. By the way, Netflix on Netflix's collection of episodes of Bill Nye, the 23rd episode entitled "Probability" is identical to that which originally aired in 1996, except that the segment on sex and chromosomes has been excised completely. The episode offers no explanation whatsoever. This show simply moves from the segment immediately prior the deleted clip to the segment immediately following it. As you know,
you can be any gender you want now.
Because as you know, it used to be about science, and that part was scientific, and now Bill Nye's whole thing is this bullcrap SJW trender garbage, and it completely contradicts the new message. So we have to edit the old ones so that no one can see it, even though it's been out for a long time.
Today, that saying people of color is racist.
How is that racist?
I don't.
Wait, saying people of color is racist?
Yes, because In Miles Chong tweeted out a screenshot of a comment somebody left him or whatever, or somebody left somebody in that said, saying people of color is anti-black and it's racist.
Then what the fuck
People
do they
of
want
color-
to be
You're
called?
supposed to call them black people now, like apparently to her. So it's
That
like,
was racist last week.
yeah, I know. So
People of color
here we are.
implies that there's a default color for humanity, which is weird. It's also weird that you can say people of color but not colored people.
But that's what they wanted to be called, though. Remember,
Which makes white people jokes literally off-colored humor.
True. Yeah, I didn't even think about that one, but
We just need more smug Wendy's.
it just this world is coming to a fucking end, man.
Is the queen dead?
I wish.
Why?
I don't know.
You're an asshole, then.
Nothing to talk about.
Look, hope she's dead. I don't know why.
Why was there something going on with her? Because I
just heard.
No,
that
I don't
there
know.
Was I just heard. Let me pull it up here. Scrolly.
I mean,
We won't know what's happened in Buckingham Palace until 8 a.m. London time. Protocol dictates that royal deaths are announced at that time. Speculation about what's happened in Buckingham Palace will remain speculation until the palace releases an official statement.
Oh wow, that would not be good though. Like being all serious now.
I haven't paid attention to anything really outside of California. There's been so many deaths and murders in the last just today really, but last week. That it's kind of hard.
He's just been trying to stay alive.
Pretty much.
It's like I just need to make
It's
it
25
to,
hours and 45 minutes. And not that I'm counting or anything. I need to make it that much longer.
make it to Arizona, please.
My Sharona.
Oh man, these people.
Oh, it's her husband, according to French. Okay.
Oh, we don't need him.
Queen's husband died. That means that one lucky bachelor out there. There is a there's a lovely lady in the palace. He's single.
Eat her ass. Just eat her ass. You'll be fine.
I
You'll
would-
inherit millions.
I would if I could actually get heir to the that fortune. Shit, fuck, I'd eat the shit out of that ass.
Did you hear that, guys? He's gonna
Heard it
eat
right
the
here.
shit out of her ass.
Let me see. I'm telling you. First off, all right, this Livewires guy, he's a never-ending source of humor. I hope he never leaves. I hope he never dies. I hope he sticks around forever. I hope he tweets more.
Never
This guy's
really.
amazing. Never ever.
Well, if you die before him, then we're stuck with him because you said never.
No, you'll be dead before I probably will be. I'm 25 and I'm healthy as a horse. Unless I have a terrible accident involving an automobile, I think I'll be around a while.
Are you calling Rambo like old and fat and crippled? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm calling him older, fatter, and more crippled. Oh, and Call of Duty World at War, because I'm doing this video on Call of Duty, and I've been busy. A lot of stuff's been going on, but I've got that's my next video is going to be about Call of Duty, because there's some controversy regarding some of the things the developers said and some live streams, things like that. But someone in this live stream that Call of Duty guys did, he said that World at War, World War II Call of Duty, the one that's coming out this year, is going to be really the first foray that a lot of people will have into World War II. And when you think about it, that's kind of probably super true, because the last huge big budget AAA mass selling World War II game was
World at War,
which was released in
2008.
2008.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a while back. I
So that's
can't remember
9
exactly
years
when.
ago. So by the time World War II is out, World at War will be almost exactly 9 years old. That means that if the average age of the Call of Duty player is 20, right? Then and it's probably older than that. It certainly is older than that, actually. But that means that, assuming it was 20, that means that the last World War II game, that a lot of that big name World War II game, came out when they were 11, which means a lot of them didn't play it. So this really will be the first huge World War II game
For this generation of Call
for
of
this
Duty.
generation, basically.
Yeah.
Call of Duty!
He said that, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's dumb. That's stupid." Yeah, everyone's heard of World War II, obviously. Yeah, but there's some movies about it every once in a while. But in terms of interactive game experiences, especially, this will be the first World War II game for a huge segment of gamers, especially younger ones. Because you have to go back 9 years to get World at War.
Yeah.
Jay Centuries is asking Rambo. He said, "Yo, Rags, ask Rambo about the new game we meet today."
What does that
Huh?
mean? The new game we
I
need
don't know.
today? What?
He said, "Ask Rambo about the new game we meet today." I don't. There's no punctuation, so I don't know when to stop, pause, or when the next sentence begins. But that's what he said.
I think he's talking about the guy we talked to today. That I've never. I can't go through what he said because I'm just.
Because he's a gay activist, huh? That makes video
When
games,
you-
right, Rambo?
No, when you thought, an idiot. This guy makes NoobTube look like Rags.
Holy shit, for real?
Wait, what?
What I'm saying is NoobTube. It makes NoobTube look like you, like your level of
Handsomeness,
intelligence,
intelligent. Okay, here we go.
because he is that stupid.
Oh boy. Now, who is this guy? I'm always ready to dredge down.
His name was Damon, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel. But we were on T Reaper's podcast earlier, and oh my god, like I've never seen, like, he could damage control for Microsoft better than anybody. Like he started talking about like the Last Guardian and how it was a critically shit game. Like the critics just shit all over it. It was a shit game, and he was like, "What's that Metacritic score?" And I was like, 82. He's like, "Well, IGN? What IGN give it?" I'm like, "Well, don't try to like jump off of it, because like you're talking, if Halo 5 was such a critically acclaimed game at 84,
Right.
be a shit game."
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Yeah.
like,
82 is the same
I was
as
like-
84. I mean, the margin
Yeah.
of error.
he just kept backing out of it. He said Microsoft has only canceled 2 games.
In the last like 4
And-
months, maybe.
Yeah, no, this whole generation. He sat there and said that, you know, because Microsoft canceled Gigantic crowdfunding to get the game out there, and so he said you can't count that as a canceled game because it's still going to be there. And I'm like, yeah, but Microsoft canceled it, so it is a Microsoft
It
canceled
has
game.
been delayed indefinitely.
Phantom Dust,
perpetuity.
the Phantom Dust remaster that you
Yeah,
got
right.
that basically was just a resolution bump. He goes, we were never promised a Phantom Dust reboot. And he said, no, we weren't. He said that, but he goes, he said we got one. I was like, no, we got a remaster with a resolution, but at least we got the game. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. Like,
When the mode is,
that's-
well, at least we got the game at all.
I can't go through everything that he said. It was just so fucking. Oh, Jay tweeted him because he said that Gigantic was never billed as an exclusive.
Him
And
and
Jay-
Jay should be able to hold a conversation pretty well.
Oh no, Jay lost his temper with him too. Jay tweeted him or sent him a link showing the picture of Gigantic, the video in IGN's article where the very first 2 seconds pops up the Xbox logo and exclusive, and then it shows Gigantic, and he's like, "So you can't tell me that's not exclusive?" He goes, "It doesn't say exclusive." And he goes, "Dude, he even showed the screenshot of it. He goes, well, my mouse is covering it up." And I'm like, going, your mouse does not cover up the fucking word exclusive. Like, your mouse is not that fucking long. It's just, I've never in my life.
Wow, I gotta meet this guy.
No, you don't. I'm not. No, I can't.
Hey, let's bring him in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God.
Bring him in here. Come on, boy.
Jay would have
You
to
know-
get him. I don't know. I muted
Yeah.
his ass.
Find him. Yeah, sure.
Jay definitely knows how to get those kind of people. Come on, Jay. Hook it up, man.
Sure, there you go.
Those are his people.
Rags, did you hear about the COD Zombie Chronicles? No. I've never been a fan of, maybe for a little bit, the first one, Noctur Untoten, but Call of Duty Nazi Zombies is a cool, really awesome idea. Of course, Nazi Zombies is always a good idea. Always a good idea. It's all in the execution. But I hate it. Like I said before, the reason I really don't like it is because the zombies just get more and more and more and more durable, and your weapons eventually feel extremely weak, and you have to keep powering up your weapons just to compete. It's not so much about good movement and headshot, things like that. You got to keep it's not like Killing Floor 2 difficulty where the enemies will do, oh hello Mr. LMG, hello. It's not like in Killing Floor 2 where you have Zeds that do different moves and they do different attacks and they come in different types based on the difficulty, and of course they do more damage to you, things like that. It's just they're just more bullet spongy now. I don't know if they've changed it, but
Huh.
and people do keep asking me about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I swear to God, I'll get into it. I really do, but don't worry.
I need to get that game.
Everyone's talking about it all the damn time.
There's been a backwards compatibility release for Xbox, and I'm kind of annoyed with it because I don't remember everybody in this community asking for these games. But who gives a fuck about Kabbalah's Hunting Grounds?
Cabela's?
or Cabela's and
Last week it was Solitaire or some shit. I mean,
Yo, like I didn't ask for Cabela's Dangerous Hunts or Hunting Expeditions. They released almost all those games in one shot. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, nobody cares about these. Why the fuck are we getting these? Even Cabela's Alaskan Adventures made it to the fucking Xbox. I'm like, I have never heard anybody and their brother say anything about this fucking game. Yes, Sarah.
I don't think
some moose now.
That is a Sarah Palin edition.
I don't think you ever will either.
Pre-order for an exclusive copy of the Second Amendment featured in every box.
It just Cabela's is the best game ever. It's kind of fun, but it's on my PS3.
Rags, have you played Rainbow Six Siege? I have for just a little bit with some friends, and I kind of like the idea. They play it all the time. They're real. Some people that I talk to are religious about it.
Yeah,
But I'll probably get more into it as well. But I feel as if the next thing I'll get sucked into is the survival run. I'm gonna do a Fallout 4. I've started it, and I just got into the Red Rocket gas station, so I'm barely an hour in. So that might be because I checked to because I haven't played Fallout 4 in ages. So I went back and updated my mods and got those all to run, and I'm ready to get everything working.
huh? That's cool. I play it every now and then. I've played it every now and then. I should put more time into because I know you can unlock a lot of shit without spending a dime in that game, which I thought was pretty cool.
What?
In Rainbow Six, you can unlock a lot of shit without having to pay for it, which is good.
You can unlock everything without having to pay for it. It just you have to play it and be good at it.
A lot of it, yeah. You have to play a lot of it too. Like,
Yeah.
did you guys hear about the new Windows operating system that Microsoft's bringing out?
What?
Yeah, shit.
Yep, Windows 10s.
It's for like mobile devices, I think, and like educational. It's like for educational purposes.
Yeah, but it's going to be available to the public too. It's a cheaper option because everyone bitched about Windows 10 being free because they bugged you about upgrading. Well, here's your cheap option now. You get Windows 10, but you're locked down to things like that are Microsoft exclusive, like
Only
Edge
Windows
and
Store.
Bing. Yeah.
Are these fucking people retarded? Just go to Kingwood for fuck's sake. You get it for like $19, and that's a pro version. Like seriously, it's fucking stupid.
Basically,
at
they're
this point.
taking Windows, turning it into a closed system with this version. And I don't think really the general population is going to ever buy it. There's no reason to. But for schools and for education places, things like that, they can have it because they can have direct control over everything that goes on it. Maybe some mobile devices will have it, but there's zero reason for any PC to have it.
It made me think of like the Xbox, like the Xbox One S.
Oh, you mean like the one you bought today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
How about another?
I
What was
didn't
wrong? What was wrong with the ones you had?
He didn't have any Xboxes, right?
He traded them all in, remember? Yeah.
We got a PC. Why have an Xbox?
I don't have a GPU.
You don't have a GPU?
Wait, what?
No.
What happened to your GPU?
He sold it.
Oh, you actually
sold
did.
it.
Oh, you actually did sell it. Oh, I thought you were just fucking around. Really?
No. Yeah.
No, yeah. Which is it? Stop fucking with me,
He no longer has it.
I don't have one. I sold it.
nigga.
To pay for your Xbox One S?
No.
To pay for the PS4 Pro.
No.
The PS4 games that you no longer have?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's where I didn't sell it because of that to pay for them. That's what I used the money on because I didn't need it anymore.
So
I
what
sold my
game
GPU
came-
because I didn't need it, and I bought an Xbox.
Oh, I didn't. I bought an Xbox because
Oh boy.
just happened to be in a store and wanted one.
You know you saw this one coming, right, Rambo? You saw this coming a mile away, right? Yeah.
I was already gonna buy an Xbox. I was waiting till E3. I was gonna wait till E3 and wait
Yeah.
for them to
Fair enough.
for me to decide for a Scorpio or an Xbox One S. And then I was kind of like thinking, why should I even bother, fuck with the Scorpio? Because the only thing that I would ever play on it is exclusives, and they have like 3 per year. So I mean, it's not like
All these people do is podcasts. Is that all they fucking do? Sit around and talk about the same shit for a year?
Yep.
Yeah.
pretty much.
We will totally take your side. Brim and I will get all the haters off your back if you give us the game that came with your Xbox.
Minecraft?
Oh, fuck. We got that one already. Never mind.
Not to mention, he's just kind of being disingenuous, but we sort of own everything on Xbox One. He just wanted to see what you were gonna say.
No, I would have gave it to you because if it's they only have third-party games, and the first-party games that they have I already own, so I would have given y'all. I don't give a shit about it.
True. Yeah. This is
He
too
comes
funny.
in at 48.24.
Who does what? What are we talking about?
Someone sent me a link to this dude.
This dude. Who's this?
Is
dude?
Oh
he
wait,
naked?
to the T in T Reaper podcast he comes in at 48.24.
Lord,
Oh boy.
He even starts off by
careful.
saying, "It's your boy."
It's your boy.
None of you people are my boys.
What is with that catchphrase? What is that?
It's your boy.
Hey, put the down.
Really, what does that actually mean? I mean, I hate to sound white right now, but like, I would only call someone my boy like my son, because he's
No.
my son and he's
You
a boy.
see my boy. Oh, you were in here. Rambo and Jason Treeson here. Resurrection. Why does he capitalize things like that? RSRT. Why are those capitalized? Is there
Couldn't tell you
is
that.
RSRT? Does that mean something?
I don't. Couldn't tell you.
No, I'm just T Reaper, Damian.
It's the guy, Damien.
What
It's
the
your
fuck?
boy, Shaner. It's your boy. Yeah.
It's
Man.
your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy Soggy Toast here with another YouTube commentary.
Is that how shit Halo looks?
Wait, which Halo?
The one I'm looking at here.
That is a Halo, but I don't know which one it is.
That's
No.
That's not about
don't-
Spartan.
Don't judge it, Rags. Don't judge it. That's recorded straight off the Xbox.
But yeah, but what is that? Is that Halo?
what?
Is
Wait,
that
wait,
Halo
wait,
5 or
wait.
is
What
that?
does that have to do with?
Because the Xbox recording codec is not as good as, say, an Elgato or an Avermedia.
So that
you're
makes
not-
everything look like shit on the recording.
Yes, actually.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It only records in 720p.
Oh, and it's not okay. So it does all that, and it's in 720p. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's in 720p, I totally understand the huge graphical downgrades to the recording. Okay.
Yep.
720p, right, Brim?
Fucking looks like shit.
I don't know. It might be in 1080p. I don't know.
Well,
They
he
might have
probably
updated it.
or he upscaled it or some shit. I don't know. But either way, like for some reason, I don't understand this.
Looks like shit.
Well, you know what's crazy is the HDR and PC looks pretty damn good. Like it's actually way better than the Xbox One's HDR. Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
same,
PC.
but it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't think that the hardware differences would
I
be
thought
that.
HDR was on a TV and not in the console.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean, my nigga.
You can have HDR. As far as I know, it is enabled through whatever you're playing it on. But in order to experience it in full, it has to be on certain displays, or a certain display has to have like a certain amount of lighting on it and
So
certain panels, right?
then you're basically saying, Brim, that on a computer monitor, HDR is better than a TV.
Well, when I said HDR, I meant the recording, not the
Oh.
upscaler for 4K or whatever. Because they refer to it as HDR in the system settings when you go and mess with it. Like it'll say
Oh.
HDR on there, and
Even
that's
the reloads look like they've been simplified down.
your face is simplified down,
let me-
doggy.
Cause like in the version of, yeah, there's no way
Oh.
that these reload animations are what they really are in the game.
Jay, does he have an Elgato 60 or is that his original Elgato? Because apparently Reaper recorded that through an Elgato.
Oh, ooh.
Because remember when Black Ops 3 came out, it was on the old consoles, and everything about it was worse. Just everything about it, including the animations. The animations for reloads were super simple, like they were from 1998. Like just the way that they moved and the magazines were in all that.
Ew.
It looks like this is what happened. Is that when it records like this, it swaps out the animations with these really bad quality ones. Unless maybe the game just has really shitty animations.
It's really poop.
I mean, it just does. I mean, It looks like. I mean, I know this map. I think it's not Zanzibar. It's whatever. But it just doesn't look like it's. I don't know. It just doesn't look right.
Me,
I couldn't tell you. I don't know shit about Halo. The only thing I know is that it's boring as fuck.
It's because
Your fucking face is boring as fuck, but you don't hear us complaining about it. You fucking plain Jane. No.
Halo's a good nap time thing, man.
Your
What
se-
the fuck
dude,
is the matter with
your
you,
sex life is a good nap time thing, man.
Yeah, it puts my wife right to sleep.
Just like Halo in a sex life, he's always getting dominated.
I don't ever play Halo online though, because I have
Well,
no.
to be fair, you don't really play anything online
No, I really don't. I really don't like to play online unless it's co-op.
because you have no skill whatsoever.
If he could survive long enough to reload, so I could see more animations, that'd be lovely.
I have no reason to play competitive. Like I'm never gonna play a game long enough to be on competitive besides Destiny.
Destiny of all games, go figure.
Can you use something besides a pistol so I could see the shitty reload animations? On this
Every
guy?
time we play against him, that's all he uses is the pistol. So
Well, but judging from this pistol, it is super OP.
yes, it is.
Because the pistol used to be like in Reach, it was decent, but you had to wait for it the bloom to settle. This, it looks just like you just shoot as fast as you can and point at their face with the last shot, and you'll kill them. Halo's changed a lot since I've played, I guess.
Oh, Jay, then some of his settings are wrong then because Halo looks way better than what's on your guys' podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like crap. Like this game legitimately looks like crap. Reload, damn it.
Because I have the same capture card, and every game I've recorded does not look like that.
It doesn't look like. In other words, what you're saying is it doesn't look like shit.
It does look like crap.
Well. I just don't understand the Xbox community. Like, they're still trying to vote in for Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Even Modern Warfare is still up there.
Old games.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you're going to vote
I
in
don't
some
want
shit.
Modern Warfare 2, really.
Modern Warfare 2 was shit.
Exactly.
It was
Utter
broken.
cancer game.
Yeah, it was broken.
It was broken. It was absolutely broken as shit.
Yep, I agree.
I'll take Modern Warfare 3, though.
Right.
But 2 is just like a fuckfest with kill streaks and snipers. That's all it is.
Shit, Midnight Club LA. Shit, I'd take that. I'll take that over
Yeah.
that shit any day of the week. Fuck. I mean, they got, what is it? Burnout Revenge? I'll take that. Fuck yeah, that game was fun. You know? Shit like that I would play over what they currently have as far as the top fucking 10 goes. The top 10 is pretty much all Call of Duty and Halo, and I'm like, why? Why? You have the fucking Halo collection in one shot, and you guys are still trying to vote in your single game because you don't want to fucking go out and buy that shit. Like, come on. It's going to still be the same servers, you fucking idiots. Lost Planet. Lightning Returns, blah, blah, blah. Like, I want them to bring in, like, something like Chrome Hounds. Like, Chrome Hounds looked like a badass game. I never got to play it. But if I ever bought a 360...
Wasn't that a launch title for the 360?
Yeah, but it was a really good robot game. Like, it was really well done. But no one's voting for that shit for some reason. Oh, look at this. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls is voted in as backwards compatible, even though they have an Xbox One version. These fucking idiots. Jesus Christ.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, they're idiots, dude. They're fucking morons. Let's see. What else is there? Devil May Cry 4 is on this list. Forza Horizon 2 from the 360 was voted in on. What?
It was a launch title for... Oh, no, it wasn't launch, but...
It was kind of
an
a launch
early
title for
title.
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are they voting that in for the 3? Oh, God, these guys. Yo, like, this community kind of makes me want to fucking...
They're your
go
boys.
postal. Rambo? I will fucking cut you.
You don't see us voting that shit in.
No, hell no. I don't understand why they don't go like Armored Core, Chrome Hounds, shit that not many
What
people
I'm
get to play.
surprised that they haven't voted in is
What?
Trials Evolution. Everyone loves the Trials series. You know, the dirt bikes?
Yeah.
Fucking the one on the 360, I'm pretty sure it was called Evolution, was really good.
Right? It's because they gay. They be gay. They're kind of gay like good old Rambo is here. Pretty fabulous, you know? Fabulouso. Rambo's like, I'm not gay, but I would totally take a shot in the mouth.
Swallow like a gentleman.
See?
Uh.
Rags knows where it's all at. See? You swallow like a gentleman. You try not to be a dick, you know? You take the dick. You don't be the dick.
I've never proclaimed to be a gentleman.
Nah, it's gonna spit it out all over their walls. Gonna go
No,
spray
it's
painting.
not, Jay. No, it's not. I have that game on my 360, and I cannot play it on my one. So, no, it's not.
Maybe have you checked your settings?
There's a setting for that shit?
Yeah, just turn on the backwards compatibility button.
I know of no such button, sir.
The backwards compatibility button? We need that! Yo, you know, now that I think about it, like, it's already... Okay, so, correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't this system run on a software for emulation of the 360? Like, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so why the fuck didn't we just take the BIOS to that and have it running in tangent with the fucking Xbox One? It's the same shit. All they gotta... But this time, they would be able to just mod it just enough to where it would work with all their fucking games. Instead of waiting on this goddamn list to go through. Like, why not just do that? Why couldn't we have just had that? Is that really that hard? Like, is it really that fucking impossible?
Well, it was the same thing when they did the backwards compatibility to the original Xbox with the 360.
There was a list.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is they said it's up to developers and they have to ask developers. But then why could Sony, when on the PlayStation 3, actually PlayStation
Sony was
2
like
replaced
every PS2 game?
every PS2 game, every PS1 game? You just pop them in and play.
Yeah, and that's kind of my
So-
point, yeah.
And like, why can't Microsoft do that? Like, to me, it's not considered it's backwards compatibility at Microsoft's discretion.
Which is stupid.
Because there's no reason why they can't just make the whole damn library backwards compatible.
Right, and I agree. It's fucking stupid. Like, why can't we just have a quick firmware update or BIOS update to where the BIOS can now run in tangent with each other? Like, I see PCs doing this all the time. We can have multiple BIOSes running at, like, maybe 2% of CPU, maybe 3%. Like, why can't we do that with the Xbox One? It's not that intensive. I don't know why the fuck they couldn't do it that way.
You know, there was a time when we would say, well, surely Microsoft and all their wisdom and knowledge would, of course, what they would do is they would, if it was that simple, they would just do it. And now we're like, maybe they're just so incompetent that is the answer.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't doubt it at this point, in this juncture of Microsoft's current.
A lot has really changed with Microsoft. I mean, like, they've gone from like the king of the world to like the pauper. You know, like they're begging for. I'll have another, sir. Like,
Pretty
it's
much.
just it's so
eat it up.
fucking crazy.
Yep, pretty
For some
much.
reason, like their whole story. Okay, like their whole story-driven games. Like they're talking about, you know, like the way he talked about him. The question is like it seems like they're going to focus on multiplayer games because that's what the majority of, or that's what the numbers on Xbox consoles say that, you know, the majority of the players like is the multiplayer part, which is fine. I get it, but I feel that they're going to do the exact same thing what they did with the 360 with these story-driven games, is because the 360, instead of like investing in their first party while they had third-party support.
Huh.
And then here we are in Xbox One, and they're not the favored child anymore, and they're like, what the hell do we do? You know, like we just gotta like create games. Like what's that? You know,
What games?
because PlayStation came back and won last generation, as far as the numbers go, by just doubling down in their studios and making games, and Microsoft just kind of rode the wave of third party and never really invested back in first party. So if they're gonna do that again with like the multiplayer and just invest in multiplayer games, then what's gonna happen when the tide turns back to single player games?
Yeah.
I mean, and this thing is, you can have both in the same game.
Yeah, and I don't understand
It's not like, oh, we got good multiplayer. The single player must suck.
well, no, like
You can have both.
it's not even about that. Like their game on their console, chances are they're going to almost try to force you to build a multiplayer into it, kind of like they did with Scalebound. Scalebound was like, in all intents and purposes, supposed to be a single player RPG, and Microsoft's like, nah, we our guys like multiplayer, so put multiplayer in it, and then so everybody's character looked the exact same in multiplayer because it was added on. It wasn't part of the original thing.
Yeah.
They're that fucking focused on multiplayer that it makes me wonder, these big titles like that they have to invest a lot of money in, are they going to actually allow a single player to even flourish? And if they don't, what is that going to do to their fan base? Because like, there's people on there that do enjoy single player games.
Yeah.
Then Rise Son of there's someone I don't know who this Jamie Moran guy, but he put a picture of Rise Son of Rome, Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break, and Recore, and Damien was like, gonna replay all of them on the Scorpio. I'm like, okay.
You're actually seeing Damien on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Damien 22.
I can't go through any more of his shit.
God bless you, sir.
I've had too much of it. Like, he listens to Jamie Moran, or I call him Jamie Moron, and Crap Gamer way too much. Like, he linked Jay an article, like, for proof that he was right. That wasn't even full written out. I mean, it was just basically somebody went in there and typed up like what Gigantic was, and that was his proof. And I'm like, you do realize that WikiLeaks isn't factual information like all the time. Like, people can change that. He's like, well, show me your link. And whenever he did, he's like trying to, well, it doesn't say here and it doesn't say there. I'm like, fuck, you can't, you just fucking idiot.
It annoys me how they're doing this whole PS4 Pro Project Scorpio thing, where the PS4 Pro is all blurry and shitty looking, and the Project Scorpio one has the good graphics on it.
Yeah.
Like, how things change. How things change. He's like, oh yeah, well, fuck those guys. Yeah, they have way more games than we do, and they're arguably a lot more varied and of higher quality. But the Scorpio that's coming up, it's gonna look better than their version is. So, that'll teach them. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
they're not the brightest.
They're not. But you think people give a shit?
No,
I guess some people do, I guess.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a small crowd that does, yeah.
Crazy shit.
That is for sure. There is a small crowd that still does care.
Did you guys see that the Scorpio dev kit has an FPS counter on the front of it, like on a little LCD screen?
Fucking ugly as shit.
Yeah, and I get that because it's a dev kit. It's not supposed to be pretty, and I understand why they got the little screen on the dev kit. But all fucking day, I've seen nothing but people in Facebook groups and on Twitter saying, Microsoft, you better give us that FPS counter on the actual product. Like,
what?
Really? Yeah.
Oh my god. Just to think that these motherfuckers, like, actually say stuff and these guys are looking into it. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, it's official. This community is dead. We're moving on to the next one. Let's all, like, escape to Nintendo. Ready?
Who?
Am I the only one? Yeah?
I'm not going.
I don't know anything about Nintendo.
Shader, you and I are the only logical ones left in the Xbox community, sir.
I guess, man. I don't... It's like, there's so many games that we have to play on Xbox. Like, every now and then I'll start a new one that I haven't, really watched much gameplay on or read a review on, and I actually end up enjoying it 90% of the time. So why these people are saying there's no games is fucking. It's beyond me. I mean, because there is. You just gotta give them a chance.
They're not. They're not. They're saying there's no games because there's no.
Variety.
Basically, all their exclusives are some sort of shooter.
Oh, okay.
For the most part, and it's very minimal in comparison to the PlayStation. I mean, I think this year there's a total of maybe 6 exclusives if you count like the 2 remasters like Voodoo Vince and Phantom Dust. There's a total of 6. Voodoo Vince are all shooters, and then on PlayStation you have like there was already 12 I think before April.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. Exclusives are, what makes the console in a lot of ways. But as long as there are games, and I'm just talking games, it could be multi-plats, indie games, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
could.
there's
It's
stuff to
easy to
play.
live on most games. I mean, it's a multi-platform industry.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
obviously, but I
if
mean,
you
the only
just-
thing that separates the 2 consoles are the exclusives because each person gets their. I mean,
It's
each
just
console gets the
this
multiplayer.
variety of those different games. I mean, let's. I mean, what if it is? It's like on Xbox. You have third-person shooters and first-person shooters, some racing games,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and if you look at even the third-party games that come out, they're mainly all shooters or first-person shooters or third-person shooters, and so I mean, it's like, and I mean, I'm not saying hashtag not all, but I mean for the most part. And then when you got it on PlayStation, that's the reason why like the PlayStation guys are saying it. And plus, they know it's like eating at the damn Xbox guys, but they're saying it has no games because there's just no variety
Maybe it's because I like shooters then, because that doesn't bother me.
as far as it doesn't. I mean, it's not. Well, I mean, it's not so much like I don't think it. I think that I think the PlayStation guys. I obviously I don't. I think they're the ones. I'm just trying to speak for them as best I can. But gets to the fanboy side of it, because I don't think most people. I mean, most people that are on Xbox, if they're on Xbox and that's where they like it, they don't. I don't think they really care. I think they're just kind of like
Right.
they know what they're gonna get. PlayStation guys, I think it bothers them more because of the fact that they're so used to a wider variety of games. Because we get our shooter fix through our third-party games, and then we get our heavy story-driven, and then we get our indies, and then you kind of get the racing games and the sports games there as well. Whereas like over there, if we try to go over there and try to say that's our main console, it's just like shooter after shooter after shooter after shooter, and it's like you get burned out eventually. To me, just different storyline.
But I mean, just because, like, if there's like 20 games, right, and they all had a gun in it, it doesn't make them the same type of game.
No, but over there, there's like 20 games, and 10 of them are third person, 10 of them are first person.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess I can see that argument.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I like again, I don't know because I don't say that I don't say it because I mean, but that's what I've heard people say. Like when I've seen the people go back and forth, like, why are you saying no games? I just played, we're not talking third party. We're talking this and this is I've seen the people go back and forth, and that's what they've been saying. So I don't. I obviously am not involved in that. I just see what they're saying back and forth.
you biased piece of shit. Oh, what?
I could give a shit less. I mean,
So
I'm perfectly happy with where I'm at. So
define an exclusive as something you can't play on the other system, right?
it depends. What's the current argument, and how do I win it?
Well, what I'm getting at is you can go out and buy Black Ops 2 and put it in your PS4 and it won't work.
yeah, but
but-
you can.
No, on this generation console is what I'm saying. So this
Right, but they're-
generation, is that an exclusive to the Xbox One?
No, because you wouldn't count backwards compatibility. Because I mean, then I could. I mean, are you gonna count every PlayStation Now game?
You could, I suppose.
I mean,
It'd be
would
the
still
same. It'd be the same thing, though, wouldn't it? technically?
Xbox would still be losing because there's over 500 PS Now games where there's only a little over 300 backwards compatibility game. So I mean, it would still be the same. It would end up being the same argument, no matter
No,
which way.
I'm just saying, like, there's stuff to play. Like, you know, a win or loss or this many numbers or that many numbers. There's still stuff to play.
Right. I
And
know.
I
I know.
don't get where
I
them
think
people come
anybody. Yeah, I think that people are like, I can agree with this. Like, I don't understand like why anybody would be hyping up an 8-year-old game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
very true.
I mean,
And
it's fucking 8 years
how
old. I mean,
interesting
obviously
a lot
it's something
of
to.
them too.
It's obviously it's something to play. I mean, if you're gonna play it, but I mean, I wouldn't be using that in my argument of trying to say, well, hey, I get to play an 8-year-old game. You know, like because yeah, I've already played that, been there, done that. You know, I'm with you. I mean, there's stuff to play, obviously. I mean, the store's full of games,
Yeah.
and
There's obviously enough to play for you to buy one. I mean, so
well, exclusives for me. That's the only thing that thing's going to be for. But I mean, there's really not a. There's enough exclusives for me to buy like an Xbox One S because it's cheap enough. But if it was still $500, I wouldn't have bought one.
did you get yours for $269?
$229.
Wait, $229.
Yeah, it was $249. I had a $20 off coupon or
Oh,
$20
nice.
off certificate for Best Buy, and I got it for $229. Let's put it this way: if the Xbox One was still selling for $500, it would not be worth me buying one. There's
Correct.
there's not enough exclusives to warrant $500 purchase.
Correct. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anybody to pay that much, especially with Walmart having them on clearance right now for $269.
And that comes with Battlefield.
Yep. Pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't even see the $269 at Walmart, or else I possibly would have bought the Battlefield one because that's a 1 terabyte one, right?
No, it's 500 gigs. But it's got that like different color controller with it.
I ended up getting the white one. I wanted the Battlefield one, but the one that they had up at Best Buy was it was the 500 gigabyte, but it was the only thing I could price match it to was like $279 because it's all I found.
Yeah.
So I was like I'm really not going to play Battlefield, so I'm not really into paying, basically $30 more for.
Yeah, I saw that shit and I took a picture of it with my phone and texted it to Brim. I was like, "Look, $269. That's amazing."
They're basically, I mean, at this point, almost giving away Xbox One S's.
That's fine by me. Shit. Keep giving them away. I'll do what I can to buy what I can. Shit, if I see one down to like in the hundreds, man, like let's say like 150, oh yeah, I'm picking that bitch up.
Buy two with
See,
that.
if I see
point.
one for 150, I'll buy it just and keep it in the box just for collection purposes.
Yeah.
Because I plan on buying like one of the original PS4s in the box, PS4 Slim, and then the PS4 Pro in the box, and just keeping those in the box for a collection.
Yeah.
To collect and stick with that collection.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed
I
he said the collection, and he's like, "Wait, a collection."
I almost bought, like, instead of buying the Xbox One S, I almost bought just a bunch of controllers and started collecting controllers.
Just so
And then
you
my wife goes, "Are you gonna play with these?" And I was like, "I already have 2 at home." I was like, "I don't really know if I need another, play with it. Yeah, what am I gonna do? Just like unplug them and plug it back in just for the fuck of it?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Probably just leave them in the package." She's like, "Oh God." I was like,
Put
"Yeah."
them fucking things back now.
Yeah, so I was like, "Well, okay, I'll just buy an Xbox One S then." She's like, "Oh my lord!" She's like, "Just buy something and get the fuck out of here. Come on, just buy something." And so that's how I ended up with an Xbox One S.
Dude, you know what works, and don't judge me for saying this because Brim's done it too. But if you're in the middle of a store, right, a lot of people around, and you want something, and it's kind of like how kids throw a fit, but it's more adult content than that. You stand in the middle of the store and you go, "Babe, if you buy this for me, I'll totally let you have sex with me." They get so embarrassed, you'll walk out of there with whatever you want.
But my wife doesn't really get embarrassed because, me and her I actually tried, to embarrass each other in the store because I don't get embarrassed at all. Like, she's tried, like, she's pulled my pants down into the stores and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll just continue walking. Yeah, it's not a fun thing to try to embarrass her. Like, I'll do more of like, get her to where like she wants to yell She won't yell in public. I can make her mad by continuing on, then I'll end up getting what I want.
Yeah, but then you get in the car, she beats your ass with the seat belt buckle, and
Not that I still got what I wanted.
you're like a black eye ain't nothing compared to a new video game.
Like it'll heal.
What the fuck? That's too
That's
good.
that's how Brim got his PS4, right?
Yeah. Actually, that's exactly how I got my PS4. Was I told my girl, I was like, yeah, I'll totally let you have sex with me if you get me this PS4, and she's okay. And I got that shit that night. I was like, wow, look, it worked! I can't believe it worked.
I'm gonna have to try it and see what happens.
Like if she's making something crappy for dinner, it works if you want to order pizza too. Especially when she's on the phone with one of her friends. I've done that.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's the best thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't believe it worked for me either. I was like, no, that didn't work, did it? I'm like, fuck yeah, I walked out with a PS4.
And you're like, shit, I gotta have sex tonight.
Right? Well, I did. I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
I'm a man of my word.
hell yeah, I delivered. It was the best 45 seconds of her life.
I can't complain.
Oh shit! No, I couldn't believe it though. I was like, "Wow, that actually that was a lot easier than I thought it would be."
Like I wasn't expecting it to go this fast. Like we were supposed to like argue back and forth, and then you say yes. Like you just said yes, like real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
That's exactly what. That's exactly
Prepare
what was
for
going.
this.
Dude, that's exactly what was going through my fucking head, dude. Exactly verbatim. I was like, "There's no way that fucking worked." Did it really work? Yeah, it worked. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, well then. So, what else can I get?
So, Paul in the audience is taking a shower while listening to us.
Oh wow. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
You have any encouraging words for him, Brim?
Well, if you decide you're gonna like wank it in the shower, I would say use 2 bars of soap instead of just 1.
And don't half cock yourself. Go full cock or go home.
Yeah, you half cock yourself. That's just kind of you're cheating yourself, really. At this
Wait,
point.
what?
Half cocking yourself? You don't know what half cocking is? It's where you like.
Right.
It's where you like you're kind of like with one hand in bed with your significant other asleep, and you're like rubbing the one side of your penis until you jizz, because you're too lazy to use both hands or use a full grip.
What? So why?
I don't.
How could you get a full?
Don't ask me. That. Ask them. Ask them, man. They're the ones who came up with it. I'm not in it.
I mean, because if your
Come on, Rambo.
if your hands are around it, then I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because when
like
you're,
you just use the thumb that's still on the top, and then you stroke the bottom bit with your 4 other fingers.
well, that's what I'm.
That makes sense because the pre-cum and everything will lubricate yourself, and because of gravity, the bottom will be more.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it is more sensitive part anyway. So. I mean,
So, like-
that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. See, if you half cock yourself, it's like because you're gonna be on your side. You're not gonna have to use a full grip. You could just like rub the one side where it's more
And then
sensitive.
with one, you have to move your whole hand up and down. The other, just the 4 fingers on bottom.
There you go. Exactly.
The only podcast on YouTube where you can take a shower and get masturbation advice.
There's not very many podcasts that exist today that offer this kind of content. You know what I'm saying?
See if you get that on Big Game or Small Talk or whatever. I don't think you will. Or
Is that the
Weapon
Crap
Wheel.
Gamer one, or is that which one is that one? Because there's
It's the Crap
12,000
Gamer one, I
podcasts
think.
where they talk about the same shit every week. So
Pretty sure that's the next Gen 720 Crap Gamer one. Or is that Weapon Wheel? I don't know. It's one of the two.
Oh my goodness! Hey, the best part about it though, like you could really fucking just make yourself bust as much as you want when you have the sensitive part going. So that's good.
the sensitive part going.
Yeah, the main vein, the front lobe.
The main thing.
You inspired
ATM
me.
for your sperm bank.
Pretty much.
Why are you so quiet, Rambo?
This is quality content. You're absolutely right, Rajik.
He gets uncomfortable when people talk about penis.
Yeah, Rambo, why are you so quiet?
Oh, I went to use the restroom.
Oh,
And get
you
a
missed
drink.
all the masturbation talk.
Oh, darn.
Well, would you like to be caught up to speed?
Good, I'm good. I'm good.
No?
I'll read about how
4 fingers are greater than 1 thumb.
all right, well.
I mean, no lube is required. You can, you don't have to worry about cramps in your hand. It's nice, actually. Man, maybe I should have cock more often.
And remember, PC is the best platform for masturbation.
Because it loads Pornhub faster.
It's
than
got
Xbox.
better internet browsing capabilities and dim mods.
Dim
Hell, a lot of
mods.
times you don't even need mods.
Fucking mod. You're like, I feel like masturbating to fucking Skyrim today, guys. I'll be back in like 5 hours. Like, what? Shh, just go with it. Let's go mod some Metal Gear Solid. Be right back. When modding means masturbation in PC world. Oh, fuck. Sure, did you know, gaming?
Cornhub is better. What is Cornhub? Or do I really want
Pornhub?
to know?
Lend me your ears.
Cornhub is better. The fuck? Don't get corny with this. We gotta make this good because, like I said, Shane, I don't know if Shane, I don't think will you be able to make it Friday? I don't think you're gonna be able to, right? You're gonna.
It depends what time I get there. I mean, because the internet's supposed to be installed 5 o'clock on Friday, or between 4 and 6. So technically, I guess if there was no hiccups, then there'd be a good chance I could be there.
Oh, okay. Because, like, if anything, like, you could come over here and we could do it together over here, with both hands.
So then no half cocking involved. Then it's full on, like, go big or go home, right?
Pretty much. And I've already admitted I'm more of a grower than a shower, so I have to make sure it's nice and ready. I mean, it's not gay at all if it's your best friend. So we're good. We got this.
What's a bro job amongst friends, right?
Pretty much. Bro job, yeah. You want to get bro down? I mean, bro down exists, so, I mean, why not?
Rambo, you want to piece this action or what?
That's the Clip Notes version. No, I'm good.
What do you think we're gonna do when we go to the Candy Crush midnight release? I mean, we gotta keep each
I'm
other
still
warm.
waiting on that. I'm definitely still waiting on that. Because we're gonna have to meet halfway between here and Arizona, and that's where we're gonna get our Candy Crush Collector's Edition.
Yo, if that shit comes with jelly beans, I'm in it.
I
I'm
kind of
hoping it
want
comes
the
with, like-
lollipop that smashes the rest of the candy when you pay $1 or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. I never.
You know what? I've been kind of wondering is how come motherfuckers haven't come up with a Candy Crush Pez dispenser? That bitch would sell like hotcakes.
That's a good idea.
Good,
Rags, you're pretty savvy. Let's get going on it. Make the Kickstarter.
Candy?
I'm not a huge fan of candy. Or Candy Crush.
What about
Actually, I
if
never played Candy Crush.
what
I
if
couldn't tell you.
What if the candy's being eaten from your asshole though? Like, is that a thing? Is that an option?
I don't know. That's disgusting.
Like if you clench your
That's
butthole
nasty.
and then let it go, it's like a Pez dispenser. They pop out that way.
That's terrible.
Why is that terrible?
You're eating something out of someone's asshole. Ugh.
Well, as long as it's clean. I'm not saying just shove candy up your ass while you just took a shit. I'm just saying if it's clean, why not? Go to town. Shit. Make it a fucking lunch date while you're at it.
There's a difference between dragging your tongue over the top of an asshole and eating something that has been inside of it.
Babe, I need a Tic Tac. Clench your butt cheeks.
And besides, what's the point in a breath mint?
I know, right?
Someone's asshole anyway.
It's that special flavor.
Shit.
They call it morning breath.
Like, why do
It's like getting one of those those trees you hang up in your car, and then putting one of those between someone farting at you.
Yeah. I once put double-sided tape on one of those and stuck it to a friend's shorts, and he walked around all day and had a fucking little evergreen tree on his ass.
Wait, what? Say that one more time?
I put double-sided tape on one of those evergreen tree air fresheners,
Uh-huh.
and I had this friend that whether he farted or not, he always fucking smelled. So I put it on his shorts. He didn't know about it. Walked around all day with a fucking air freshener on his ass.
Yes!
Dairy air freshener.
Ah,
Dairy air freshener.
Jesus Christ. That's awesome. So, if everything works out right, either I'm going to be over there or he's going to be over here for Friday. So that'd be cool.
Yes, sir.
Kind of leaning to being over there in celebration of his new place. Get a little drunk.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck him in his cleavage. What?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, you got cleavage when you sit down.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Dude, we both got cleavage when we sit down. We have big tits when we sit down. I mean, come on.
Oh, that kind of cleavage, yeah.
This is getting too much. Clench your butt cheeks. I feel like I came into the convo at the wrong time.
There's never really a right time here. I mean,
No, not really. There isn't. There really isn't. It's really fucking random almost all the time, which is good. It's what keeps it fresh. See what I did there?
Like I tell people when they go, you guys hardly talk about games, or some are about games and others aren't. That's because this is the game talk. What do you talk about with your friends when you play games?
Everything.
Not always games, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If all we did was talk about video games in our chats, like this shit would be boring as fuck. Like it would be stale.
Yeah.
It'd be stale. Like kind of like Rambo's sex life. It'd be stale. Ah,
Like,
see what I did there.
we love hearing about Rambo's Twitter adventures. I mean, he's got some of the
Oh,
best
God.
out there.
Speaking of Twitter, Rambo, anything amazing happened in the last week? Because I haven't really seen anything posted from you.
No, I think it's actually been kind of quiet.
Oh, we're gonna change that tonight. You guys just go over to Rambo's Twitter and just retweet random shit to people that he's pissed off.
Ask Gamer Dragon for a dick pic. You can tweet that at him. He'll deliver.
Oh, there was a guy. There was a guy. One of the. His name is Sony Only.
Is he a fanboy?
What a name.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And there's another guy called Mr. Joker.
Oh, I saw the Mr. Joker post. That was an odd
Yeah,
ball.
Mr. Like having an argument or whatever with. And I replied into it or whatever, and then I ended up getting me, Fratanga, a bunch of people or whatever.
All of us. It was all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, but then ended up getting all of us into the Discord with Mr. Joker,
Who's Mr.
And-
Joker?
Mr.
PlayStation
J.
Legion guy.
Oh boy.
And so this Mr. Joker guy was like guaranteeing that PlayStation 4 games will never appear on PlayStation Now. You'll never see it because they said it, they announced it. He's like, "Where's it at?" I was like, "It's in beta." He's like, "It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Mark my words, it'll never happen." I was like, "Okay, here." It's like, you keep talking about Red Dead Redemption
Wait,
2.
when
I
was
like,
this? Because that's literally what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's not too long ago. It was like just the other day.
Oh, okay. So he's dumb.
So here, I said, if it's not launched into the public by Red Dead Redemption 2, I said, I'll buy you the game, because you'll be right. And if I'm right, and it's actually launched into the public to where people are, people on PC are playing PlayStation 4 games, then, you owe me the game. He's like, well, if Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War, the new God of War, and all them aren't on it, then I win. I was like, no, that's not. You're changing this. You're changing the whole terms.
Fucking
And I was like,
Uncharted
put your money where your
Welcome
mouth is.
launch
Watch him just
title
turn
could
into
be on
timed
there.
exclusives.
And then he turned up and like blocked me on Twitter and left the Discord.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, I have nobody blocked on Twitter. There's 0 people.
Yeah, I don't either. I just have the only thing I haven't blocked on Twitter, those people that win PS4s and win Xbox Ones, and now the Bitcoin people, because the Bitcoin started doing it too.
Hey, good self.
Yeah, I was. Wait. Are you getting annoyed at people retweeting contests for free things?
Contest for free?
No, yeah, people are retweeting promotional material all the time.
Oh, like it, yeah. I mean, I guess
You
if
get
it's
annoyed
like
at it? Yeah.
true promotion things or whatever, yeah.
Viva la
What annoys me
Turtles.
most about these channels is that their Twitter accounts, 80% of them are, I like this shitty video. I added this shitty video to my shitty channel. And that's all that they do. It's like, no, say stupid things. No, I want to make fun of you. Say stupid things.
Before I would, because it was like, retweet for a chance to win this or whatever. So I would do it for a while, and then I've actually gone into start clicking on their channels, and then looking through their content, through their page, their Twitter page, and you see that they keep tweeting at the same shit all the time. So I'm like, yeah, they're not even real. So I don't even mess with it anymore. I don't do them anymore. They just get old now.
This is a good tweet though. Let me finish chewing this piece of pizza.
No. Hey, good sale.
Grilled chicken and mushroom.
Nice.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Aces.
So, the inner circle.
Oh, okay.
Some podcast, I don't know. But the Inner Circle podcast, whoever they are, they said, Xbox fam, if you see or feel some sites or journos are biased, help grow the smaller media. So, okay, this is the grammar construction of this podcast is fucking shit.
Doesn't Bella Rise host that one?
Well, I don't know. Whoever runs their Twitter account, you need fucking go back to high school and learn how to structure sentences. Because it's confusing. Xbox fam, if you see or feel some sites or journos are biased, help grow the smaller media site who you feel bring you the best content. So what he's saying is basically, he's telling Xbox fanboys to, if you feel that, he's basically saying fight bias with bias. Because who do you think, Inner Circle? Let's think about this. Let's think about it just a second. What kind of sites do you think that the Xbox fanboy community is going to promote? Ones that are actually fair, or ones that have a Microsoft bias? So if you're going to bitch about Sony bias in the tweet, and then tell people who are going to promote Microsoft bias to think these things through, please.
Yeah.
Don't say.
Yeah, I've actually had people like tweet me or tweet and say that they're tired of the media bias. They're tired of the media bias, and then they tweet out a article from ICXM, that one where Dreyer Smith or whatever, he's the writer for that Xbox Mad account. And I'm like, you can't be bitching about
ICMB.
ICXM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you can't be like bitching about fucking media bias and then turn around and tweet out fucking media bias. Like it doesn't fucking work that way. Like you're either against it or you're not. Like you can't just be against it because it's on Sony's side right now. Is that really a media bias, or is that just because there's more to talk about for Sony than when there is for Xbox right now? And I like whenever people are like if you and I worked for the same company, well, saying Xbox has no games, Xbox games suck, and I wrote an article saying I can't wait for all the Xbox games coming out, they would tweet that out, a copy of your article and a copy of my article, and say it's media bias. And I'm like, no, that's two different people's opinions. That's what that's called. Because like you can't, like you to prove media bias, you would have to prove the exact same person. Like they would have to be able to say Xbox One adds or whatever. Xbox One charges $60 for online and it's terrible for gamers. And then the guy would have to write out going, PlayStation ups its charge to $60 a year for PlayStation Plus, and that's great for gamers. You would have to. It would be something like that to be able to prove media bias.
Who's Supersonic Station?
I don't know, but he is not. He wants to be known that he is not Supersonic Wolf.
Okay. Well, he spelled Supersonic right, so he doesn't have to worry about any mix-ups. All right. So he tweeted, Xbox is sending a strong message of keeping the games you own, making them better, and not having to rent games you own like Sony. What?
That makes...
The PlayStation Now, they're talking about the backwards compatibility. For some reason, they seem to think that PlayStation just decided, guys, we're not going to do backwards compatibility. We're just going to make them rent them. That decision, because like if PlayStation 3 games were so easily emulated, they would be all over the PC right now because it's running on x86 hardware instead of Cell. But emulating cell technology, cell processing, difficult. And cost and effect, I mean, is it really cost effective for Sony to do that? Probably not. If you look at the numbers for like most of the backwards compatible games, like the Black Ops 2 and shit like that come up, you'll see a big spike in them. Like a bunch of people will play them for a while, and then they'll just die right back off again. Just a few people go back and play them every once in a while, but it's not like that they're like a brand new game released, like a new Call of Duty, and people are on it for a year. They don't stick around to be cost effective for Sony to invest all that money into trying to find a way to put cell processing on x86. And so they think that that's Sony's way of screwing over the customer. But if they even Microsoft even came out and said that in the beginning, but the majority of all the numbers that they've shown on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, there's very few people that actually use the backwards compatibility as far as the numbers go.
Wait, on the PlayStation 3 you said?
Yeah, the PS3 and the 360 backwards compatibility was. I mean, it's not like it wasn't used, but it wasn't used by the majority of the owners.
But here's the thing: that
So,
sample
it really-
number. Well, no, that sample number for PS3 is kind of ridiculous because that shit was a limited run. That was like an extremely small amount of people that got to buy that. Like there wasn't a lot of people that own that. So.
You're one. They cut backwards compatibility out, I think, after a year or two.
Right. Well, the cells for the damn thing was like fucking abysmal. Like it was like
with PS3, if you still have an 80 gig, it's 100% backwards compatible, right?
Yeah, from what I understood, yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody just tweeted me like a PC, I guess a PS4 backward emulator for PC. But the thing is, if you look at it, those games don't run all that great. Oh, the PS4 emulator for PC. Never mind. Yeah, I know that one.
Man, these 1080 Ti Founder Editions are getting some really bad fucking ratings. What's up with that?
Wait, where?
Zotac got a 3 out of 5.
Where?
Amazon.
Yeah, that's because Amazon price gouges.
Oh, okay.
Look at the price of some of those cards on Amazon.
Well, the Zotac one is only $679. The one above it's got a higher rating. And it's a Gigabyte Aorus GeForce, and that's $719. So I'd figure the one for $679 would have gotten the better rating. You know what I mean?
Wait, the 1080 Ti for $769, $780 or $680?
Yeah. The Zotac 10. Yeah, it's the 1080 Ti Founders Edition. It's got 3 out of 5 stars, but it's priced at $679. And then they have the Gigabyte right above it, which is the Aorus, is $719, but it's still rated higher. So I mean, I don't know exactly what the differences are between the two of them, other than the price. And if the price is really the thing, then I'd figure the Gigabyte would have been, the lower one ranked than the Zotac. Because I've only heard you say good things about Zotac, really. So,
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
been fantastic. I mean, right now, I have a Newegg shopping cart open right now with a 1080 Ti Amp Extreme in it that I will buy depending on messages I get from some people. So, I mean, I'm ready to jump on it. It's just, I'm just kind of waiting right now.
Yeah.
But let me go to Amazon here because I viewed it. I mean, it's already related to items you viewed. Yeah, 1080 Ti Amp Extreme. That's 760. Yeah, 3.2 out of 5 stars, and I'm wondering why it is rated so low. Let's go down to the. Well, it's either 5 stars or 1 star.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why it is. False image. This is not Zotac's blower. It's Zotac's Founders Edition. Price gouged. You can still get their 700 on Newegg or other sites.
Huh.
Let me go to.
Because I was looking into the regular 1080 and the 1070. The 1070 you can get right now for like $400.
See all 13 critical reviews. It's not. Sorry, no reviews match. Why not?
What the hell did Microsoft do to their fucking UI?
What happened?
When's the last time you had an Xbox, Rambo?
It's been last time I used one. It's been a while.
Oh, that's just their new update, though. That's
Fuck's sake, this thing sucks.
what, like the dashboard?
Yes.
How do you not like that?
Jesus, you got to go.
It
All
takes
about
a
the
day or
damn
two to
controller.
get used to.
And then like half the times your tiles on your games don't even fucking load. You have like one picture of a game, and the rest of them are just like blank squares with names. Like you have to highlight them, and it'll put the name up there. But the rest of them are just blank squares. So they
So
keep going back out and go back in, go back out, go back in order for them to actually load up.
does it really matter if you have full squares or not? I mean, that matters to you, really?
Well, yes. My OCD wants it
I
on
was
there.
gonna say,
Damn
he's
it.
got OCD. He's got to have it. I mean,
Check this out, dude. Gigabyte GeForce 1070, the G1 Gaming Edition for $350. That's pretty fucking good.
that's a good deal. And that's a hell of an upgrade too. If you haven't bought into the 10 series at all.
Yeah. $350.
So when is this Hot Wheels thing or the Matchbox thing
The
or the
9th.
whatever coming out? The 9th?
Yep.
Is the Blizzard thing worth update or whatever worth getting
The Blizzard thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
for the Forza Horizon 3? That
Oh yeah,
Blizzard.
yeah. When you said Blizzard thing, I was like,
Made a
Yeah, the
I
Blizzard
forgot what it's called.
Mountain
I just-
thing.
Yeah, I just knew it was called Blizzard something.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. There's still like 2 or 3 achievements that I have to get to finish it all, but it's pretty good.
Okay, I might have to get that $20, but
Oh, this is interesting. Alphabin just tweeted this out. He said, Arcane knows you're worried about the PC version of Prey, and it wants to assure you it won't repeat Dishonored 2's mistakes. And then 2 days later, the creative director of Prey says PC demos aren't really needed because we have Steam refunds instead.
well, I mean,
Awesome.
technically that wasn't the exact same mistake that Dishonored 2 made.
Yeah, it's not the same, but we're making new mistakes.
They promised they weren't going to make the same ones.
We'll try out some new mistakes, see how those were.
See what happens. See
Yeah.
what happens. You know.
Oh, so the guy that led the hacking group, I think it was Lizard Squad, that fucked up the gaming networks for some holidays and then just whenever they wanted to, he's actually got 2 years in prison now.
Yeah, good.
womp womp womp. So check
He's
this.
gonna see what an actual squad looks like.
Oh, so EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 for the Win Edition, $529.
Let me go to GTX 1080 here. GTX 1080. Yeah, used 468, used 490, used 460,
Used?
47. Yeah, I say buy them used.
Huh.
Used like new. Here's 466 Amazon from Amazon. 466 from Amazon. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 used like new from Amazon themselves.
That's not
466 for 1080 super clocked from E EVGA.
Not
Telling
bad
you,
at all.
man. It's
really not a bad deal.
466.
I might eventually buy me a 1080 Ti. I don't know.
And never use it.
Why don't you just cut to the chase and buy 3 PlayStations? I mean,
I already have it. So I mean,
1080.
He
From
has
what I've seen
6.
about the 1080 Ti, though, is that the stuff that they've gotten there is really, really nifty with the way that water effects can work and things of that nature. Angry talked about it briefly in his Outlast 2 review. He has a 1080 Ti and he was playing Outlast on it. And the water effects, how they would, like, the water would be in a container and he would step into the water and he would move and the water would slosh back and forth and rise and lower with the little waves and everything depending on how he moved. And he had a lot of critical things to say about the game, but he said it looked absolutely gorgeous with the details of everything. And I'm ready to buy this 1080 Ti Amp Extreme here. Zotaxman had good stuff. But I would like to get them I wouldn't mind doing a promotion with them if they sent me one, and as long as there was no non-disparagement clause, as long as I didn't have any restrictions on how I promoted it. If I promoted it, this is the ultimate thing. If I promoted it, I'd very, very, very strict and obvious that I would only promote it if it was good, and if it wasn't good and I had problems with it, then I would be upfront about those too. But they've been really good to me. But they've been a good company. They're easy to reach by phone. The two cards that I've used, even one of them is used. Well, they're both used now, I guess. But one of them I bought used, and it's been nothing but smooth sailing. But they've been behaving very well.
That's cool.
I don't know. If not, I'm just gonna get something else and not gonna worry about it.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, truth be told, though, I mean, nothing will actually change. I'll just get it for free because if it's good, I'll still promote it. I promote a lot of things that I like.
Yeah.
Regardless,
that's the way it should be. If you like it, fucking promote it and tell people about it. That's the way it should be. Not to where like they're like, hey, we'll give this to you if you only say good things.
well, that's what Ewin Racing did with the chairs.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like we are super confident in our chairs, but we're not going to send you one unless you say you're going to write a good review about it. Like, one of these things is not like the other. But yeah, I mean, if you are you can't say one thing and then swap and say something else like that. It's just nah.
So Rambo posted that picture of you fucking a turtle there, Shane. I mean,
No, that Rambo was supposed to be the one fucking the turtle, and he
Yeah.
better not be fucking turtles.
I am, man. We're making turtle babies.
Rambo, that is not even funny. Viva la turtles!
That's what I keep saying every time.
The good thing about having sex with turtles is that they're always wearing protection.
That's true.
Okay, you guys, fucking turtles is not a joke.
no, absolutely not. So I
Fucking
mean,
blokes ain't no joke.
oh fuck. Interesting nonetheless. But we're coming up on the hour and a half mark.
Yep, that's enough for me.
All right, sounds good. So, on that whole little note, Shaner, when he moves down here, is going to be hitting up those young moms at the pool, right, Shaner? Yeah?
Not by myself. Brimstone will be with me.
Young moms, how young?
Younger than me and my wife, so I guess that's all that counts, right?
I don't know. I mean, older moms can be super hot.
Especially if they're experienced and you can make them stretch.
Milfy milfs.
Yep.